Took me 10 years to find the answer to something I forgot about it in 2 seconds. That's about it. It took me 10 years to find the answer to something I forgot about it in 2 seconds. I don't have anything that's really important to me. That's why everything is beautiful. Can you hear it? The pulses of the living. The ironic rhythm is a grand orchestra. It's never the same tone. Who wants to stop this? There can be. When the violent storm is over, blue sky is more beautiful than ever. You see, I want that, that's all I want.
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and on an Outright Games for Fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be finishing, hopefully, Catboy Thule, or otherwise known as Ancap Cattrap's Magical Capitalist Adventures on the Lost Island of Thule. Yeah, we're going to try to end it today. That's the plan anyway. The plan is to end things today. Will we? Well, maybe, hopefully. So what did we do last time? Well, as you can kind of see here, I added artwork. I spent a very long time last night generating as much Catboy and Catboy adjacent artwork as I physically could. And I think things came out relatively okay. Some are a little bit better than others. But generally speaking, we've got attractive men on the beach. We've got, Catboy Griffith. We've got, various individuals of various makes. We've got cool plantation houses. We've got men in military uniforms. And generally speaking, we've got people who do Catboy thing. I spent too long generating all of these. I need severe help. But we are good. Things have been good. Like, the vast majority of the game is done. Like, if you want to play the game right now, you technically could. There are just some aspects which aren't done yet, which notably being advancement, which we're going to do today. That's kind of the goal, what needs to be done today. Oh, every fucking time. Every time I start streaming. Every time. But yeah, no, generally speaking, what we got to do today is advancement and a very simple GM section. This is mostly going to be like how, like, I would say 2 methods of playing the game. That's how it's going to kind of boil down to. But advancement's going to be a little bit awkward simply because there's a lot of things to advance, if that makes sense. So what we do is... there we go. From upstart, actually, no, what we can call it. We'll call it something stupid like the top cats of Thule for our advancement section. The other big thing that we need to kind of work on gradually is the idea of the GM section advancement. Those are really the only 2 things. There are a few bits and pieces when it comes to advancement, which kind of get a little bit wonky, especially when it comes to the R&D section, which is not done. And there are going to be quite a few different skills we're going to have to be working on today. That's why I said, like, advancement's going to be kind of a bigger one. Advancement's a big annoying thing. So, let's get this done first. That's our plan today. Let's get advancement done, I believe. If I can get advancement done, I'd feel pretty happy. If we've got time, we'll do the GM section. So, surviving crises and making top dollar. We'll propel the barons into a mixture of stardom and infamy. An infamy among the denizens. Ooh. As a newly minted barony, many rise and more fall. Many rise and more fall. To cement their legacy and continue growing their power base. The Catboys. Actually, I remember what I need to do. I believe I put in like a thing of the end phase. Did I? Yeah, the end phase. So actually, I know it. we're not going to be doing the Catboys will need we'll need to grow in power and influence. Grow in power and influence. All supported through the flag of the greenback dollar. Actually, we'll need to grow in power and influence. The end phase of the episode has all of the barons has the barons allowed to improve themselves and their troops. Let's see, allows the improve themselves and their units and the units under their command. This is through three methods. Blood, sweat, and spa day. The barons. How do I want to word this? Is pretty much what I want to do is I want to break it down into the idea of kind of more like personal advancement, commander advancement, and then finally like unit advancement. Like these are the three main ways that things are actually kind of go. Actually, no, we'll do personal advancement for personal. Like any good individual, the barons like to take care of them. They like to take care of themselves, and following in ancient mantra, the best investment is self. When at the during the end phase, any of the barons may spend a amount of $T, specifically $T. May spend an amount of $T to increase one of their. What do I end up calling that? It would be approaches or actions. Increase one of their approaches or actions. These enable the Yeah, let's see. This bit of a team one of the approach actions. These enable the baron to not only become the not only highlight their talents and abilities, but also allows them to flaunt their newfound influence. Generally speaking, we're gonna be a nice little table here. We're gonna be doing that. We're going to put you right there, which we're going to be doing. We're going to do approach. Actually, we're going to do attribute. Actually, no, we'll do attribute increase. Actually, do we want to do this a table or do we want to do this? Because what I'm thinking about doing is attribute. It's like kind of like the current attribute times like 1,000. Like 1,000 T dollar. Like, actually, no, it would be 500 T dollars. Because then it would be like, if you have like a 3 in something, you need to spend 1,500 T dollars, which could be quite a lot of money that you have to draw from your personal kind of fund that everyone's kind of like working together with. That could get a little bit more awkward. So it's like, do you really want to do that? Like, you're making a lot of money, then this is a lot more helpable. If you're not making a lot of money, then people aren't going to really be doing this, and that's okay with me. So let's do the barons will spend current attribute times 500 T dollars to increase their attribute by +1. Let's see. This amount of money is drawn from the baron's pool. From the barony funds. Who gets what, where, and how is an important distinction. Because remember, money makes the world go round. Yeah, so it's like current attribute times 500 T dollars. I could probably bump that up. That would be my thing. Like, let's see. Each attribute has a maximum cap of 10. Has a maximum cap of 10. What would be 9 times 500? $45,000. You just get up there. To get up from, let's say you just have a 1 in it, like you just have a 1 in something. Get to 2 would be 500. Get to 3, it would be 1,000. You would be spending a total of 1,000, but you'd be spending a total of you'd be at 1,500 right now. To get to level 4 would be 1,500, but that would be 2,500 T dollars. Get to 5 would be 2,000, 4,500. 6 would be 25,000, 2,500, but that would end up at 77,000 T dollars. You get to 7, you would be needing to spend 3,000, but at 3,000, you're at 10,000 T dollars currently being invested in just like one attribute. Then we do 3,500, which would 9 would be. So in total, if I'm doing my math correctly here, it would be 22,000 in total, 22,000 T dollars to level up from 1 to 10. That's a little bit of money. Hello, Solid. Why are you in pain? Oh yeah, before I forget as well, thank you very much, Edlix11 for following. Always, I'm gonna mispronounce everyone's. This is just kind of how things go now. So yeah, that's like personal growth is like very expensive and like it's not really worth it, but it also is very much worth it because it's allowing you the individual, the actual individual to grow as a person is a big idea. A commander growth. A good commander is an adaptable commander. But on Thule adaptability. Now, how do we want to do? War is an unfortunate reality on Thule, with minor skirmishes being common. But those who are able to survive and thrive in this harsh place, on this harsh island, can quickly advance up the ranks as a competent commander in the field. Similar to how do we want to do this? Do we want to just buy it, or do we want to? How do we want it? How do I word it? How many windows and tabs did you have open, Solid? This is going to be a very important question. How many did I ended up saying? Ooh, right. So I mean, if we go under the idea that we need to buy everything, that wealth is more important than anything. So what we're going to do, similar to attributes, training and necessary gumption requires funds that come from blood and thunder. The Baron is allowed to purchase any skills of their choice as long as they have the funds. As long as they have the funds available to them. However, each Baron can only have a total of 5 skills. Can only have a total of 5 skills. Total of 5 skills. Cats may have Cats may have 9 Cats may have 9 lives. Let's see. Cats may have 9 lives, but don't have the choice of It's kind of like the idea of, like, you can only have 5 skills at a time, but you can just buy any of them you feel. We're gonna go over here to the commander skills. You're gonna start with. Actually, we can do with 9. Like, you have a total of 9 skills. Actually, however, each bear can only have a total of 9 skills. One for each of their lives. Each of the lives a Catboy possesses. with a starting skill already selected, they have a total of eight more to choose from. Okay, so we do this. So let's be a little bit more. We've got the basic idea here. So let's start thinking what we around here. Let's go all the way back up to the crisis. We're just going to go down. We're going to go right down the idea of the crisis and see what we can find. So, okay, we got movement. Well, we can actually do what we can do is how about we do something along the lines of, I know, when in doubt, Hearts of Iron general traits. Let's do let's see, we do flexible strategy, flexible strategist. Mm-hmm. EM plus. Storm all units gate all units. Actually, how do we want to do? Hmm. Do Catboys exist in the same weird stance as the Smurfs? No, they're not Smurfs. Let's see. Do we have anything to really work with here? So maybe do something with rough terrain. Maybe we do infantry. Thulean Wayfinder, Thulean Ranger, a little bit different there. Let's see, so we've got some like features. Maybe we can do inside a capturable feature, the unit gain, if the unit gains +1 defense. Going aggro, the commander has a +2 to their first command initiative check. See. Reckless officer. We'll do cautious officer. We'll do the commander has a -6 on their first command initiative check, and then a +1 and then a +2, actually +1 on all subsequent ones. So it's kind of like that first round, you're not going to go first. Like that first round, you're not going first. However, you're going to be able to kind of like be a little bit more aggressive later on because you're like, okay, I put myself in position, I'm good. All unit morale. While they are within, let's see, all unit morale is restored 1d3 while they are within 2 tiles of the. Getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. Hello, I am back. People are wanting to chat. Then where are all the cat girls? They don't exist. Cat girls aren't real. As you can kind of see, I've just been adding more shit. I've just been going down the list here. Let's see, like one of the weirder ones, like Eyes on the Prize, at the start of the crisis, perform a movement on all the units. Never die a dog's death. When you are annihilated, deal 5 health damage to the attacking unit. Pretty much the, hey, if anyone takes you out, you're going to do immediate damage to whoever is attacking you. I should say that. Paradrop. Let's see, if an air unit and an infantry unit are in the same tile, they may infantry unit may board. I don't know how. Actually, I know. May deploy any infantry unit. May deploy any infantry units. Quote inside an area unit. May deploy any infantry units inside an area unit. During their activation, may deploy the infantry unit. May deploy the infantry unit wherever the air unit is currently. During their activate wherever the is currently, that is not impassable, right? Not impassable terrain. This counts as an action. So you can still move technically, like you can drop and then immediately move. Let's see. Thule irregulars. Increase the health of all units by +10. Reduce the morale of all units by 5. So that should be, if we go to the units by 5, like, yeah, morale by 5 is like, some of these are like just not going to do very well. You want some pretty elite units if you want to do that, but that's kind of like, yeah, you get a shit ton more health, but like, some guys should just not be. So they're just like the Smurfs without the Smurfette. No, I wouldn't really say that. Everyone's kind of just gay. Have no fear. Did some stuff with command initiative. Let me see. Is there a... I have a... Plan B. Plan B. May reroll command initiative. May reroll command initiative once per crisis. Once per crisis, must take the new result. There we go. Activation. We have movement. Hustle. Any infantry unit can spend morale to gain +1 movement. Extra fuel. Any armor unit can spend health to gain +1 move. Gain +1 movement. Any air or armor unit can spend health to gain +1 movement. You know, it's kind of like infantry. You got to burn morale, which they usually have a lot less of. Well, you're burning health on your actual armor units to get them moving a little bit faster. Fake out reposition. Once per crisis. When actually, if a unit did not move during if a unit has not yet moved, activated or not, has not yet moved and is attacked once per crisis. If actually I should say if a infantry unit has not yet moved and is attacked once per crisis. We'll do a footnote for example. So yeah, the idea here is like, yeah, you can pretty much set yourself one guy down and then have them move out of the way. You just reposition. You just take them and move them someplace else. Like, oh, they were always over here. Attacking a unit. Cat scratch. Oh no, we're not gonna do anything. I can't really influence this too much. Capturing a location. When the capture, perform a tag skill, destroy a feature or location. Rushing, combat situation, flanking, and direct fire, terrors of war. Actually, the command unit will not take morale damage. From, let's see. Command unit will not take morale damage from horrifying events. Or the unit annihilation. So it's kind of like the idea, like they're not breaking very easily. They're not breaking very easily under really any circumstances. Value, victory, yeah. Okay, so let's see how many do we actually have over here. About this, I shouldn't have wrote this in fucking. Let's see if this. Oh, that's not gonna work. We're gonna do this. Cautious officer. What I can do a lot of time. Why are you not working? Cat eyes, we do full, actually no, we do flag bearer. Flag bearer, all infantry units. All infantry units gain +5 morale. Full metal jacket. All armor units gain +5 morale, because morale's gonna break before really anything. That'd be my guess. We'll do Knights of the Sky. All air units gain +5 morale. Bunker buster. When attacking a unit on a feature, all units gain +2 P attack. P.ATK. And never die. Never die a dog's death. This is a little awkward. When a unit is annihilated, they instead do a lot of fucking damage to everybody else around them because fuck you. It on. Eye on the prize. At the start of the crisis, perform a movement on all units under commander's command. I'm gonna put that in there just to make sure. It should be pretty obvious. But scavenger. A $100 for every destroyed unit, a friendly or enemy. I'll actually say allied or enemy. So it's kind of like being a little fucking vulture and stealing a bunch of shit. Paradrop. Being a little rat man. Thulean irregulars increase the health of all units by 10. Reduce morale of all units by -5. Plan B from outer space. May re-roll a command initiative check once per crisis. Must take the new results. Hustle. We'll bump that up to 2 health. Fake out's really good if you are going a heavy infantry build because it pretty much it doubles the amount of forces you have. Well, it'll do Ardens. Let's see. Yep, for unit annihilation. That brings us to a total of 38 skills. That's a good amount. We're going to do 1,000 cost. We'll do cost $T. 1,000 air commander. We're going to do 1250 armor commander. 1250 bunker buster. We're going to do 1,500 bunker down. It's going to be 1,500. Cat's eye is going to be 1,500. Cautious officer 50. Cautious officer. Nice. Not to go quietly. Hmm. $50 flag bearer, 100 flex strategist. I'm just gonna make that 1,000. We'll do 1250, 1250. Hardened, 1,000. Honor guard. We're gonna make this as well. Hustle, hustle, hustle. We're going 100 in commander. We're gonna make 1,000. Inspiring commander, 1215, 1215. Yeah, 1,500. All air units, 1250. Lead from the front, 100. Legionnaire, 1250, 1250. 1,500. Twice again. Oh no! Oh no! Never die a dog's death. We're going to make 1,750. Paradrop. We're going to make 1,750. Personal militia. We're going to be 750. Very easy to get that. Plan B is going to be we'll do 1,000. Reckless officer. We're going to do 50. We're gonna do 1,250. We're gonna do that 1,750, just so it takes a while to actually kind of pay for itself in a way. Actually, no. Let's reduce it down just so it pays for itself very easily. Two questions. Would you ever play a play-by-post game? Would you ever play a game that I was running? I don't much care for play-by-post. Play-by-post, I understand people who enjoy play-by-post. I've never really been able to get into it. And like, I understand people who like might be like, I'm gonna get into form or like play-by-post. I don't get it. I never really kind of got the appeal. Wouldn't be surprised if there is somebody. So no, I wouldn't really play by a play-by-post kind of game. Unless it's like a very, like, here's the thing. It'd be a play-by-post game that if it has to be very precise, that makes sense. Like, it has to be interesting to me because it's a play-by-post game kind of thing. Thulean Irregulars, 1250. Thulean Ranger, 1250. 1250. Actually, no, we can do fully armored. fully armored Lorax. Armor can move through difficult terrain. Can move through difficult terrain. There we go. Actually, all armor units can move through difficult terrain, and we're gonna bump that up to 1750. Like, this doesn't seem like a big idea, but it's like, yeah, technically, well, you can now move through difficult terrain. It's a bitch to do, and you shouldn't do it, but you can do it, which is its own very valuable, which is a very valuable thing. And it's kind of the same thing here, is that you need to buy this with money that you share with all of the other players. So it's like, okay, do we really want people to be more powerful? Do people to be, you know, weaker or stronger or anything like that, really? Kind of creates this, I wouldn't say it creates like a necessary prisoner's dilemma a little bit, but it's kind of like a, do we really trust our friend here? Or, like, actually, no, we need droid Zanzu. And then we're going to bring it down to 8. Initiative. That. Can we do this? Yes, we can do this. How much can we shrink? As much as possible. Not much. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Table properties. Middle center. Like, my guesstimation would be that most people are going to end up with a handful of skills by the end of a game. I don't think people are going to be like full on. Like, you're going to find the ones that you're like, okay, I have a lot of infantry, so I want to take fake out, so my infantry are really good and really agile. Or I want to take, or I'm banking everything around a really strong command unit. I'm taking elite unit. So my, like, fucking war tanks. Looks like Kong's about halfway funded. Nice. Also, what did I miss? Nothing. Today is the last day. That is the plan. I want to finish this up today, and I just have to get all of this shit done. That's really all it is. That's what it kind of boils down to. Actually, we should do this would be unit veterancy. So unit veteran. Even units can enjoy the benefit. Of increasing through hard work and surviving. Each unit has three ranks. Rookie, green, veteran. Actually, regulars. So we have regulars, veterans, and hardened. And we'll do elites. Regulars, veterans, and elites. Each of these has 5 pips. Toward each of them. Whenever a unit survives a battle, they will gain a certain number. They'll gain a certain number of pips. Pips depending on the victory. On victory or defeat type. If a unit gains 5 pips, they go up in rank. They gain +1 to any unit attribute, or +5 to morale or health. Morale or health. If a unit is ever routed, they immediately go down one. actually I should say, keep note of what has been advanced, as when a unit routes, they will lose veterancy, and in turn one of the bonuses they have received. Yeah, no, pretty much the idea here is like, you don't really like, some people are going to have things that like you're just fucked with. Like, yeah, if you lose a unit, you're not going to be able to advance them as fast. Advance them as fast. If they're not advancing, they're maybe not going to be as good, and that means they're going to die later on. Is this Notepad must die? Yes, this is Notepad must die. That is the plan. Let's actually do one last thing. Critical. We'll do the critical ability. While the commanders and while the barons and units can upgrade themselves, can improve themselves naturally. There's one aspect of advancing. Let's see. There's one aspect of development which relies on the barony. Critical abilities. A critical ability relies on the baron upgrading the plantation house. Upgrading the plantation house up a tier with each tier past the first, granting one critical ability. When a critical for a total of 2 critical abilities per baron. These abilities can turn the tide of a battle, or allow a baron to victory from the jaws of, or snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, or turn or to turn a standard victory into a crushing standard win into a crushing victory over their enemies. Each critical ability can only be activated once per crisis. Even when it's not the baron's turn in the initiative. Yeah, it's kind of like the idea, like, critical abilities are the big, like, it's time. These are your Advance Wars, CO powers kind of thing. And to get some examples, we're going to actually look Advance Wars CO powers. Like, let's double check all the CO powers. So no pet, what games do you find interesting? Well, all the games I like to go over, I usually find interesting. It's kind of hard for me to say, like, this is just the game that I'm interested in. It's like, this is a thing that I find, vaguely interesting. That's kind of like all I can really say. Super CO, Days of Ruin, revamped. Advance Wars CO powers. Okay, Let's see, dual strike. Wouldn't be dual strike. It would be Days of Ruin. No, that's not Days of Ruin. No, we want okay, Rudy. Do a hyper repair. So we want to do something like yeah, it's shit like this, like hyper repair. It's gonna be like hyper repair. We'll do like roll 2d roll 2d12. All distribute that much health among all allied units in field. We can do 4d12. No, we do 3d12. You can maximum like 36, or you can get like 3. That's going to average out. If we do 6.5 being the average, that's going to be 18 health. No, we do 2d12. Like, there aren't going to be a lot, like, but you can like fully heal a unit effectively. So things like hyper repair. Let's see. Thanks, Andy. Let's do Max, Domino, and Nell. Hello, Max. Hello, my boot man. Overwhelming firepower. When a unit is choose a friendly unit, they gain +5 to their P attack and S attack for the remainder until the end of the round. Like, that's really fucking scary because they can immediately like just murk a unit. Like, yeah, you have +5 P attack and +5 S attack, but you can use this once on one unit. Okay, that's good. Sammy or Domino. Oh, Domino. What's day-to-day infantry defense. Double time, all units under the Baron's command take a second movement action. Take another movement action. Okay, Nell, what's your thing? Little wish. Roll a 12 on the next set to die die value to 12. Set each die to 12 on the next check. So the idea being that if you have multiple die, for example, like 2, you're going to do 2d12. Power of money is the only CO power you ever need. We're getting to that. Oh, Jesus. Glorious display. Samurai teleported in the wrong direction. Now standing in front of you. Power of money. Hey, guys, watch this. I want to let you turn capture buildings at least if you really don't want to play that map. Lamau, goodbye. I don't need you. Let's see. So, Green Eagle, Drake or Mop, Japanese Mop. So, Eagle. Hello, Eagle. Ugh. Let's see. Air units, Lightning Strike. Actually, I know what we do. Unit. Destroy target. Destroy commanded unit. They deal remaining health times 5 to adjacent enemy. They deal 50 damage to them. They are dead. Like hello. Then we can do actually no, we can do not suffer any retaliation attacks this round. Which is like, haha, I've just made it so that I no longer don't have to worry about actually dealing damage, getting hit. But after sending people to die, CO power, tsunami, enemy all unitated fuel, as well as give ally plus 10 defense. Never say die. Increase a unit. Increase a friendly unit's defense by 10 for the rest of the round. I don't want, like, I'm trying to avoid things that are just like, do a gorillion damage. Like, I don't want that to be like, I want it more like you have to make a decision, like, this is it, because you get one of the, you effectively get to use these once a crisis. So I want them to feel big, but not like just win the map or win the shit, like, fucking game or whatever. Famicom Wolves, Blue Moon, specialized in winter combat. Batter down the hatches. Until the end of the round. So it's like, if you do this early, you're like, yeah, batter down the hatches. All my units get a lot of defense. But if you're like, I need this little bit of defense right now, or my unit, or like my command unit's going to die, you can trigger it right now. Like, get it. It's like, this is it. It's like, ah. Hello, Grit. What's your CO power? Tell me more. Command a unit. Choose a unit. They have indirect fire 2 for the round. They have indirect fire 2 for their next attack. Pretty much, you can immediately make any unit into a thing they can't retaliate against. Any of them, including your war tanks. Go for it. Fuck it. Okay, we don't need that. Restore morale. Let's see. You'll die for the bear. Restore morale to max. Morale. Choose a unit. Restore morale to. Choose a commanded. I should say choose a commanded unit. Restore morale to full. Rally count. All friendly units gain plus 112 morale. Right, because that's good. There we go. Sonja, hello Sonja, what do you do? Really use them. I mean, Olaf can just make snow for a full day whenever he wants. Yeah, we just don't explain it. Just fuck it. Just don't think about it. We're going to do I know we're gonna call it something. Choose a unit. Their next attack assumes the target has 0 defense. So you're gonna do maximum damage whatever you roll. That's your guard break. You can do. That's what happens. Cool. Black hole. No, not tactical. A meteor. Fucking let's see. The command unit adds plus 2d12 to their next P attack. And all S attacks for the rest of the 4 until the end of the round. So the idea is, hey, if you use Burning Hatred, you pretty much get to add 2d12 to fucking everything. Because fuck you. Clone Andy. Does Clone Andy have anything? No, he just has Hyper Repair. Go away, Clone Andy. Game Boy Advance 2. Black Hole Rising. We've got more. Snake. Colin. What is Adder? What's your power? Side slip. +1 movement. You're kind of boring. Call in the power of money. The power of money. May spend 100. May spend 50 $50 for a. May spend 100 $. May spend for a +2 to P attack. This any amount of money can be spent during this time. Yep, there we go. The power of money. You know, I'm gonna make it cheaper. There, $50 for a +2 to the primary attack. What that means is if you decide to spend, I don't know, $500 divided by 50, you just increase everybody's attack by 20 and you will kill anything. The power of money. Kong. Let's do Flack. What's your gimmick? Dispersion rain 20. Too valuable there. CO Pallors. All enemies suffer 1 HP. No. Actually, I guess we can do something like health insurance benefits. Choose a commanded unit. Choose a commanded unit and an adjacent enemy unit. The enemy roll 1d12. The enemy unit loses that roll 1d6, pretty much 1d12 divided by 2, loses that much health, and the commanded unit gains that much. No, fuck it, we'll do 1d12. Urbino Pepper, the server demands it. Literally just plants his ass on the field. And Glowies do this too, somewhat, yes. Colin makes his money because his dad's rich. Yo. Jess, what's your gimmick? Turbocharge. Fuel and ammunition for all units. Actually, no, we can do Nitro. All armor units gain plus 5 move. Gain +5 movement. Claim +5 movement and ignore terrain penalty. Yeah, so they can just move +5 more, which is actually I'm gonna make that 6. Just be like, yeah, here, supercharger, go, fuck you. If you want it, thing is, if you're going real hardcore on your, particular like armor units, that's pretty good. Wow, terrain tactic. Sensei Yamamoto. No, Mega Land along with one of the students, Grim. big kahuna. The big kahuna. Choose an area unit. Choose a land next time land target. Armor slash infantry. They gain plus 10. Let's say they gain plus 5 to their P attack. Actually, so we want to do mercenary pride. Spend an amount of TC or $T. Spend an amount of TC or $T to purchase a mercenary unit immediately, and position them on the field. Spend an amount of TC rhythm unit immediately at half cost, and position them on the field adjacent to the command vehicle, to the command unit. There we go. Amicom Wars, Dual Strike, what do you guys do? Tell me more, Grim Jake and Javier. What do you do, Grim? Let me guess. You do something silly. You do something completely bananas. Haymaker. No, we're not doing that. We already got that. Jake, what do you do? Indirect combat units by 1. Wow, I don't need to use that. Javier, because you look fucking, fucking great. That's not really. I can't really do anything with you, Javier, because you don't have those mechanics in this game. Rachel, Sasha, what's your thing? Why is literally all Blue Moon good? War bonds. This is make money from your own units. Power mat. You could just crash the market. She's dangerous. We don't want. Rachel, what's your gimmick? Is increased line to drop 40% more damage. 3 missiles from Omegaland HQ at enemy targets. Wow, that's cool. Zippo, Candle, Chaka, and Hellvolt. Jugger, baby. No. Kindle, what do you do? High Society, God, this looks fucking racist. Nope, and Vaughn. Oh, okay. I guess we can look. They're not really yeah. They're kind of their own thing. Yeah. Good old Advance Wars. Cool. We did it, everybody. We really did a lot of these. Let's do a check. How many do we actually? Now I can be very lazy and just do this. However, I don't want to do that because I may I may be lazy, but I'm not that lazy. Dun, 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 dun. Feeling how you'll have like 2 of these effectively per Baron. I think these work just pretty fine. Like, I don't think any of them are like exclusively super overpowered. Like, I'm feeling like some of them, like, if you go heavy air, then yeah, you're probably going to take the Big Kahuna. If you, but let's see. We've got 18. 18, that's a good amount. It's not great, but good amount. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Sheet over here. We're going to need to do that. We're going to send you out like this. Actually, extend you out like this. Critical skill name, description. Actually, we're gonna do overwhelming firepower, double time, double time, little wish, kamikaze, bloody roar, never say die, batter down the hatches. Die for the Baron, rally cry, hard break, burning hatred, the power of, actually no, fuck it, the power of money. Health insurance. Now what we do is select all of you. Go that. There we go. Oof. Short table, sort ascending, batter down the hatches. There we go. Do not suffer a retaliation attack. Until the end of the round. Burning hatred, ATKS, adjacent enemy. Table property. Center that, middle up. I said center middle. I spend any amount of money can be spent during this time. Okay. Because we want to maintain a relatively consistent look, we're going to bring that down to 8. Going to make auto, of course. Then we're going to select all of you. We're going. Yep, generally speaking, everything looks pretty good here. I'm going to go up here, though. I need to do is not here, not the market phase, not the force recruitment phase. What we do, put it here. Out, building up and out. During this phase, let's do during this phase. During this phase, the barons are free to purchase additional land as well as improve the plantation houses. The plantation houses range. Grandeur. For to increase to how do I want to do this? Actually, for every square being purchased, it is $10. It is $10. It is $10. So a full row of 8 squares for the plantation would be $80. Would be $80. Expanding the barony and its operations is key to keeping the economy flowing. It's the economy. Okay. Finally, the plantation house can increase its tier for a whopping $1,500. Can increase its tier by 1 by the barons spending $2,500 to renovate and improve it. Improved plantation house is not only larger and more impressive, it also grants the barons critical abilities as described in the end phase section. The plantation house can be improved twice this way. Actually, how many times did I say? Yeah. Let's see. Plantation house can be improved twice this way. At the third tier, The plantation house is more of a plantation estate with basic plantation estate. Gonna give you the idea. It's otherwise known as spend money, get money. It's tier plantation. You want it, mostly you're doing it to it's kind of like an indication, you could say, to the GM to be, you know, kind of indication for the players to the GM being like, hey, we're ready for like something a little bit bigger, and we're kind of like showing the world like, yeah, we're ready to go. I think I figured out how to combine the Call of Cthulhu and World of Darkness idea together using gambling percentile system base combined with the World of Darkness dot system, having percentile on skills. What do you think? Sure, go for it. Can't hurt, right? It physically cannot hurt you if you do that. So next we need to go down here. And then also, because did you really think we'd be done with just that? Okay, so we're going to make these pretty expensive. We're going to say something like, no, we need to make these. I say we have to make these even, and let me just, because there's actually a building which allows you to do this a lot easier. So it's like, I want people to at least feel like, oh, well, we bought the building early. Now it's kind of more worth it to do this. Like the cost right here doesn't really change. Add tags. How do I want to word this? Okay, actually, we're going to do this actually. We're going to add X, add Y. We're going to do add advantage. We're going to do add advantage unit. Add penalty. That's going to be kind of a. Then we're going to do add resist unit. Indirect fire X. Okay, so we got some basic modifications, and we can also do what do I want to How do I want to word this? Because, like, this is where the modification comes in. Actually, no. Then we gotta add all the versions. I don't know why you would want to do this, but you can technically remove things. How do I want to do this? This would be that would be here, what am I looking for here? I am yeah, that's really all I can do. Like, there's not much else I can. It feels like there's something I'm missing. Don't know what it is. Let's just write in everything. Because this game isn't complicated. I don't want the game to be super complicated. Let's do something like 600. Actually, I know we can. We can add in something like exotic parts. 600. We'll make it 600 as well. Military supplies cost. Military supplies cost +1. Actually, no. That doesn't work. That doesn't make it. Like, almost everything can be broken down to these very simple things right here. There's not really much else I really can do there. Outside be like, I want to have a bigger gun, increase your P attack. I want to do more. I want to have heavier armor, increase your. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. That's what we're sticking with. Standardized parts. Add advantage. I think adding the advantages and stuff, we're going to make those about. I'm gonna make that. I'm feeling. Let's do 800. Add penalty. Add penalty unit. We're going to add -200 to that. So it's going to be -100 to add that. It's going to be, yeah. It's gonna. It's you can. You're gonna fucking fuck your unit up by doing that, my boo. Add resist unit. That's going to be 800. Add indirect fire X. We're going to say 20. We're going to say 50 per X. We're going to say 100 per X. 200 per X. Add repair unit type. We're going to make that 500. Add capture. I'm going to say that's going to be 750. That's going to be expensive. Add indirect fire, which is going to be 400 per X. Add morale damage. I'm just going to make that a solid 800. Good. Remove advantage unit. Remove advantage, we're going to say We're going to say that's going to be negative 200. Remove penalty unit. That's going to be a flat 400. Remove resist. That's going to be 200. Indirect fire. Remove indirect fire X, which is going to be negative 50 per X. Going to be negative. Let's say that's going to be negative 75 per X. Not really useful for you to do this. Remove unit X. We're going to say, let's see, how much does it cost to do add repair, which is unit type for 500. Let's say it's going to be 200. Remove capture, which is going to be 300. Remove morale damage. Okay, that's 250. Just difficulty adjustment. We're going to say that's going to be 600. Allow armor units to cross into difficult terrain. There we go. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna put anything here. That's notes. I should put this. Unit is unable to capture. Able to capture fortification. Able to capture features or fortifications. Features or fortifications. Just a very simple one. I'm gonna bump this up, something like. So, an example of what this would look like, just in general. Let's say, for example, we have our let's say, for example, we have our foot infantry. Cool. We like our foot infantry. They don't cost us a lot. They are very cheap to actually manufacture. But let's say I have let's say I have 1200. I want to edit our foot infantry. I want to edit these to make them better. So it could be like, and we don't have an R&D facility. So let's say, for example, they get +1 P attack, +1 defense. That would put us over. That would be 1250 out of our 1200, which is over. Like, that's already like, oh, this is we're in the red currently. Like, that's bad. We need to cut back on those costs a little bit. So we look down here and being like, okay, for our basic foot infantry, all they have is capture. Let's say we remove capture. We remove capture, suddenly we're at 950. We're at 950. We're under budget now. Cool. Since we're under budget, but this infantry also has no capture. It's like, okay, maybe that's fine. Like, they hit a little harder, but they're a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more aggro. But let's say we want to get let's say we want to cut this budget even further. Let's say we only have 900. So we look at it being like, you know what? They have a -1 movement as well. These guys are really aggressive and and they can't capture anything. These kinds of like frontline soldiers that you're kind of throwing at the enemy. Since we've done that, boom, it's 900 out of 900 TC. Not the like absolute best, but we can still do things. Now, the thing is, later on, let's say we have like 200 kind of around that we can do things with. Maybe we want to do some fun stuff with or whatever. We can invest this in other places. Even if we have something like, let's say we have like 600 TC that we're like, we need to upgrade something. We can say like, oh, well, we're going to give these guys indirect fire 2 effect, indirect fire, 1, 2, and where they can hit somebody from across the distance. Like, oh, actually, starts at indirect fire 2, as one would be adjacent. Actually, no, fuck it. You gotta buy every rank. We're gonna do 300. Like, yeah, you can, like, oh, we've bought indirect fire 2 for 600 suddenly, and now these guys can attack people from a distance, which is really fucking good. Maybe they're like snipers or something. Maybe that's what we want them to do. Like, these guys are snipers now. We can buy these foot infantry for what they are, or we can buy the regular foot infantry. Like, you're kind of adding the number of things that you can kind of do. And if you ever want to be like, we got a reduced value or something, then it's like, -5, it'd be, I'm just gonna put a 5 here. Be like, you can increase your morale by 5. We do this, we're gonna do. You're like, again, these might seem like, wow, these costs are absurdly large. And it's because there's going to be, like, there's one building, the R&D, there's the R&D facility. It's a big fuck off building, but it makes, like, P-Attack, you know, it reduces everything by half. Like, everything is half off now. So it's like, you can start really investing in this system when you do that. All the negatives still remain the same, but it's like, yeah, you can suddenly make your units a lot better. So if you kind of want to go down that route, that's what you have to do. Like, so it's like, hey, I want to buy the R&D. Where's the R&D? It's yeah, the R&D facility right here. If you buy this, you can upgrade units at half cost. It's a 5x5. It's 1,000 fucking $. Very expensive. It's a very big fuck off building. But like the second you do this, like those little tiny infantry that you have suddenly spike in value because you can make them really good. You can make a lot of things. You can pretty much change your units to do whatever you want them to do. It's just, it's a big investment. It's a big initial investment that's going to probably turn some people off. And it's a lot of space, which is going to turn people off. So, looking at that, we are pretty much done. Like, that's it. That's it, really. I mean, Solid, you know what, Solid? I'm gonna rely on you to write the lore. The lore is all you. Send me the lore document. I will just slap that shit right inside. I have zero fucking idea what to do for the lore. Like, I have a very basic idea. Like, I kind of sprinkle lore throughout, but not really too hardcore. I'll probably have to put like a little GM section or something at the bottom here. I don't know what to put there though. To be perfectly frank with you, I have no fucking clue what to put there. I kind of know it's pretty much like you can do 3 methods. Like, you can play this game in a few different ways, but like make sure that you're playing it in like the way that feels comfortable for you guys. And I think a lot of people are going to kind of gravitate either toward fuck are you? I said Ironside, right? That's Solid. No, not you, Solid. You're not writing any lore. But generally speaking, it's like generally speaking, like the issue right now. Oh goodness gracious, my legs, my body. Yeah, like generally speaking, like I think everything works on paper. And what I would say is, like, there's going to be, like, I would say 2 main methods of play, which would be you're all one barony, which is really simple because you're all working together and you all reap the benefits, but advancement's a lot slow because you are just not making as much money. You are making a lot less money overall because you're spreading all that profits among 3-4 people, and that's a lot of money that people may not have. If you go down the route of everybody runs an own independent barony, and you're like kind of playing your own little game, you could say, buying your own forces, your own stuff. The problem there is that everybody is going to have a lot of resources to play with, and because everybody now has a lot of resources to play with, they are going to... It's going to end up in a situation where everyone... Like, that would be like a very certain kind of play. If you want to do that. Arguably, like a pick up and play kind of game, that would be really ideal. Where it's even like against one another. Where you're like activating one another, like activating your unit. Like if you want to play like a weird war game, that would be, or you want to work, making the base assumption that everyone's going to be working together. Things I'm not super happy about. Prices seem a little bit wonky because there's such a mass fluctuation in pricing. That's it completely fucking thematic, and it drives me up the wall. Because like what the issue is there's going to be a time players are going to have an absurd amount of fucking money. Like they are going to have just a bonkers amount of cash to work with. And everything is going to be pretty cheap relatively. There's also going to be a time when the players just roll really badly and don't get stuff, where like every dime is getting counted because they just don't have the fucking money. And it's kind of one of those back and forth things where it's like, hey, some people are really gonna like some people, this is, if it works, it's gonna work amazingly. If you just get unlucky, it's not a death spiral, but it's like a grind spiral. It's like, sorry, money just isn't working for you now. You have no money, so sorry, fuck off. Oops. It's like, that, and players can technically like put themselves in a deficit like pretty easy. Like you can put yourself in a position where you do not make any money. And if you put that in a situation and you just get really unlucky with some of your rolls and things stop being valuable, you will have no money and you are stuck unless you win a crisis and get a shit ton of like ups or a lot of capital to play around with. But I guess that would be kind of up to the GM to mitigate a little bit. But that's kind of like, that's like the one thing I'm a little bit iffy on. Generally speaking though, everything works pretty well. Again, like one of the issues is that it's Advance Wars, and Advance Wars has perfect logic. This one kind of does, kind of doesn't. Things sort of works. Things work enough to work. If that makes any sense. But yeah, that's it. We did it, everybody. We did it, Kings. We really were the Catboys. We really became the Catboys TM. But yeah, that's it. Good job, everybody. We did Catboy Thule. Surprisingly, we ended up doing how many? Like, let's see, what's our word count at? We're at 10,000. We just crested 10,000 words at 50 pages. That's pretty good. Like, again, I think like going through this and like double checking things is going to be important, and I think it's also going to be a big GM dependent game. We're at 49 pages. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's going to be a kind of a GM. I wouldn't say like super GM dependent game, but it's like you kind of got to know what you're getting into. It's like it's an Advance Wars game. Kind of at the end of the day, it's Catboy Advance Wars with all the associated baggage that kind of includes. So I could probably expand out the terrain types a lot more, but I genuinely don't know because just that's a lore issue. Why were you asking me? Because I got the name wrong. I meant to say iron, not solid. I meant to say Ironside. Yeah, Iron's gonna have to send me lore, not you. But yeah, no, I'm feeling all right. Actually, there we go. yeah, like again, I could probably add more terrain types, but I didn't want to add too many terrain types because then you gotta like, then you got exception cases all the time, and I couldn't do that, and then like that's just gonna get awkward. I like my theory. What's going to happen is people are going to invest either in swarm armies or they're going to invest in. It's either going to be heavy armor, or heavy swarm, or a armor, a blood and armor kind of group. I don't think planes are going to be as popular unless you go 110% on planes. If like that is a thing at like the very big start, everyone sits in and be like, I'm going to be the plane guy. And if I'm the plane guy, it's time to make some fucking money. Did Iron commission this? Yes, Iron did commission this. He did pay me money to write this game. I think it worked pretty well. Hopefully he likes it. That's the I'll send it to him. You know, I'll send it to him, make sure everything is doing pretty good there. If he likes it, cool. If he doesn't, I'll most likely do some double checks kind of off stream. That's really how it goes. But yeah, we're feeling good. We are, as they say in the hood, pogging out. Good job, team. Let's see. Yeah. Next stream is dun, dun, dun. But here's a secret with this. I'm gonna give you all a secret. I can't actually do what I promised I was gonna do because that's just not a thing that Crisis Heroine works exclusively off fucking faith at this point. And changing any aspect of Crisis Heroine will break everything. So I've made an executive decision that I will most likely have to, I wouldn't say like double check or like double back or like just cancel. I'm not going to cancel it outright. I'd never do that. Like I put it on the list. It's on the fucking list. We're going to do it because it's on the fucking list. I have a few ideas. I'll probably run through that on Friday. It's not going to be like a full on, you know, it's going to be a little bit jank, but like Friday is going to be me like trying to figure this out. For tomorrow, we're going to be working on the Soul Survivor detox because I completely fucking forgot about Soul Survivors. That's going to be fun. Actually, I should go to the notice board real fast and update things. Yeah, we just have Soul Survivor. Like, to update everything, we need to do Sanguine Knights, Soul Survivor, Zombie Dark 30, and Eclipse Judgment, and now Ancap Catboys. Ancap Cattrap's Magical Capitalist Adventures in the Lost Island of Thule. We have that one to do. But that feels pretty alright, like generally speaking. Like everything is kind of hit itself pretty well. Our next game would be in the Subway and Yogurt edition. Tomorrow we got that. We're also going to be, if I get the video done fast enough, like if it gets done in a smooth enough manner, we're going to then transition into the Muv-Love compilation, which is going to be its own beautiful disaster piece. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be its own beautiful nightmare. I did, if I go over here and hit the profile view, I did at the guy. This is him. This is the guy I added. I mean, like, hey, I'm doing your fucking Muv-Love game. Hopefully you like it. He did not comment, which saddened me greatly. I am nothing. I am sad goblin man. What's this all about? Do you wanna tell the family? Let's go to Deep L, everybody. What does this say? Cool. Kidney disease. Looks like people are working in the mobile. If I recall correctly, like this guy works in the mobile gaming. Like, This is what he wants to do. Like, this is what he does, is he works on, like, gacha games. And I'm like, you know what, man? Hey, that's cool. You do you, man. Yeah. It's money. Like, he just talks about his industry more than anything, and I respect that. And that's all I can really do. Let's see. Is there anything too exciting to go over outside of that? No. We're pretty good. This weekend we're gonna be this Saturday, noon EST as always. We're gonna be doing a bunch of games, actually, that I've received press copies for, or I've graciously been asked to go over. So that'll be entertaining. That'll be kind of fun. I'm usually a little bit nicer to those games than anything, but I'm feeling pretty confident about these ones. Feeling confident, feeling good. Yeah, gamers, hell yeah, let's game. But yeah, that's kind of what's on tomorrow, which is just getting this all put into a nice little PDF. And then trying to convince people to give me money to translate the rest. Go me. Woo! I did it. I'm a real boy. Let's anything. No. I'm gonna make dinner now.